Hi everyone, I'm Michelle from the Pilates Pod, and I wanted to give you just a little bit of help and advice for some postnatal mums out there. It's really hard when you're a new mum to get some fresh air, to do some stuff for yourself, to work out and still be looking after this little one. It's tiring, your body has changed hugely from pregnancy. Your body still holds that sort of same frame and shape from your pregnancy, even though perhaps you've lost the baby weight, and your muscles at the front and underneath are weak from delivery, weak from pregnancy, and obviously if you've had cesareans and things like that, you've been cutting episiotomies, then things are going to take a little bit longer to heal. But there's some quick little things that you could do that will just help you to focus on reconnecting to your muscles whilst enjoying some time with your little one and some fresh air too. So this is Ruby. Hi Ruby. Ruby and I are strapped into the Sling. I've got the Kaboo Closer Sling, which is a nice kind of organic soft sling. And the reason why I like this sling is it's a nice, soft, comfortable material. Ruby feels very, very close and connected to me. It moulds around her body, so it allows room for her hips to move, but given good support right underneath her little bum, across her shoulders, and is good for her hip placement. It's a great sling, but I'm sure there's lots and lots of good slings out there. My point being is when you've got your baby in your sling out the front, as Ruby is here, the good thing about having the sling is that the weight is distributed evenly across your shoulders and down your back if you've got the sling in the right place down your back. You don't want your baby being pulling you down. They say in the sling test you should be able to easily kiss their head, which as you can see Ruby is. Otherwise it's just going to really pull your posture forward and down, which you're already kind of there postnatally and obviously in your pregnancy too. So first off, make sure your baby's in a good position. Secondly, think about the weight of baby pulling you forward. Remember how that felt like, what it was like when you're pregnant. Now you've got the weight of baby at the front of the sling. You've still got that rounded shoulders from feeding all the time. You've still got weak muscles down in your centre and your tummy and your core area, allowing your pelvis to fall forward. So a couple of things I like to do is to really focus on that. So when I'm standing in the sling and carrying Ruby all day and you've got this 17-pound baby sticking out the front of you, think about a couple of things. So first of all, think about your tailbone at the back. Without clenching your buttocks or tucking your pelvis under, just allow your tailbone to fall down the back of the body. At the front of the body, find your hip bones and draw your hip bones back and up. So use your lower abdominals to pull in and strongly up. And this is a really good thing to do when baby's in the sling because you can feel little baby bum down here, and underneath that are my abdominal muscles, and I'm trying to pull my abdominals away from baby, away from Ruby, and upwards towards my head. Instantly that feels more supportive for my back. Instantly it opens my back and gives me that feeling of length where perhaps carrying a baby doesn't. She totally agrees. And the second thing to think about is as that tailbone drops and you pull your abdominals in and up, you may not feel this in the early days, but as you get a little bit stronger through your postnatal recovery, you may feel that lift inside the body. That's your pelvic floor muscles lifting. In the very early days of carrying Ruby around in the sling, I found it quite challenging on my pelvic floor muscles, and I've been a Pilates instructor for many, many years. So I wouldn't recommend at first perhaps holding the baby for too long in the sling. It is a lot of weight pressing down on the pelvic floor, and you need to be thinking about recovery and lifting it up. But certainly being aware of the tailbone and being aware of your abdominals and your hip bones at the front will help to create that feeling. And then the last thing, think about your shoulder blades at the back. If you draw your shoulder blades at the back of the body down and back, that'll also help to integrate your shoulders on the back body and into your waist. However, none of this can help for a crying baby. So I hope you found it useful and have a great day with your little ones.